What's up, everybody? Crazy 8 here with a Transformers review. This time around, we got Studio Series Thundercracker from '86, the movie. So let's take a quick look at the box, and then we'll get into the figure. All right, so we have the new Studio Series format for the box, which we've seen already. You got the plastic packaging where the figure sits right here. Takes 27 steps to transform him. You got images of him right here in alt mode and in jet mode. The alt mode and robot mode. You got a nice angled version when you do it like that. You got, that looks like the Ark and the trauma scene. Here's a Voyager class. This side of the box got a nice image of Thundercracker. Right there, top of the box. Transformers the movie, Thundercracker. Back of the box, you got your images of the toy itself. Robot mode, alt mode, again, 27 steps. There is a scene from the movie, which, yeah, we all know what happens there when they board the ship. Thundercracker prepares battle alongside Decepticon leader Megatron. Bottom of the box, here you go if you need the barcode. If you need this, I'm pretty sure you can find them. A lot of people find them everywhere. Anyway, that's the box. Let's take a look at the figure. Here he is out of the box. And he looks really good, just looking at him head on, really good. When you start analyzing them, then you start seeing a couple of things here and there that are like, oh god, but let's not get into that right now. These come packed separately, and for some reason these little pieces here, let me see if I can take a look. These come packed separately. I don't know why they weren't all one piece, but they come in separate pieces, along with the no rays. So we'll get into these accessories in a bit. Let's just take a look at the figure. Let's look at his details, and then we'll do some comparisons after that. Bring up the camera. Take a look at that head sculpt. It's got the Seeker head. It's like a dark gray, blackish helmet, light gray face, and red eyes. It's kind of like a big smile going on. It's like a light blue instead of like a darker blue, more for the cartoon accuracy. Like very, very muted colors compared to like Earthrise. Got the wings there, the null rays, and might not have to do the accessories. You could just do them right here. There's the null rays, but they are hollowed out on the inside if that's your thing. Hip skirts are gray. Now, of course, if you want, you could take these off. If you want to have that nice clean look, you could take these and you could peg them back here. I don't know if there's a certain way of doing it. I think it's like this. Let me see. If you wanted, crap, hold on. So you could do that like that. You could fill up the back, kind of make it a little better. You know, there's some hollowness going on back here. If you want to do that and you want to have the legs a lot cleaner, which I think I do like. You know, not much molded in details at all, very clean. Here it is from the back. I like the fact that the nose cone is hidden this time around and not just hanging on off his back. So all in all, yeah, granted we got the hollow bits going on right there and the guns. And then right here you got like an opening. A few openings here and there. But not a bad looking figure otherwise. I mean, granted, it's not perfect. I don't think there's ever such thing as a perfect figure. Why aren't you standing up now? You were just doing just good. You were doing just fine. There we go. Let's get him straightened up. There we go. Yeah. So that's robot mode. Let's get some comparisons in. So here he is with his, I guess it's a wave mate, right? Here he is with Windcharger. See how small he is compared to him? He is with Coronation Starscream or Earthrise, however you want to call it. It is the Coronation version though. Here he is with the Earthrise Thundercracker. You can see the colorations are way off. Well, not way off, but he's a darker blue, and he's got a lot more like molded detail going on here. A whole lot more. And of course, he's got this ugly backpack going on. Studio Series is definitely a cleaner look. 100%. But as far as like color formats, they match the same colorations, you know, in the same spots, like the underwear and all that. And yeah, but I am liking this one. It's a lot cleaner, so I like how that one looks. Here he is with Studio Series Megatron. And I think I see what they're doing with this. Looks like they're changing up the format and they're going more cleaner, less detailing for the figures and more of a cartoon accuracy, which is nice, you know. Especially for this line particularly, yeah, it works. But that's how he looks with Megatron. They look good together. They really do. I just can't wait to get the other stickers and my Soundwave. This is alt mode for Thundercracker. Coming up next, we'll be doing the transformation, so stay tuned. Alright, so let's get this guy transformed. It took me a couple of days. I was trying to get used to the transformation on this guy. I was having some issues with the cockpit area, and I looked at some more videos, so hopefully I got it down pat now. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So without me talking anymore, let's get into the transformation. Alright, let's take off the weapons and put these to the side. It's the first thing you want to do. Alright, so we'll get rid of those. And then we're going to take the hands and we're going to bring them up. And all we're going to do is open up this panel here. Fold that guy in. Close it up. And then bring it back down. Same thing on this side. Open it up. Fold it in. Bring it back down. So, alright. So now this part. We're going to take it. It says to bend it back and then open up the cockpit like this. You can take these hip skirts are on the side here, bring them up like that. And then take this whole piece, slide it up. And unfold it and then snap this into place. Like that. Now with the head, this is the part where I was having a problem with. We'll get to it. But I was told to push the head back a little bit. So when you have it, instead of keeping it straight, try to push it back. Bring it up. Let's take this piece here, open it up, so you can fold these in. And they're gonna come in and fold in like this. Now you should have these tabs, these ports opened up, and they're gonna peg into. They're gonna peg it together. You can't really see it on camera, but you take it, you bring this back down. There you go. You can see them now. Just want to line them up and peg in on both sides. Okay. And then. This is the part I have a problem with because it doesn't do it as cleanly as it should. It should snap into place down here. And this is the thing I can't do. It should come up and snap in, but it's not really snapping in. And I've seen other people having the same problem, where it doesn't just. That's as good as I can get it. And we'll leave it like that. I'm going to take these off. I forgot to do that. Let's take these off. But it's going to pop out because it's not really secured. Alright, so let's work on the feet. Take it. Get them together. I usually, you know what? No, let's not put them together first. Let's take the feet off. Yay. No, let me do these one at a time. Let me put the feet back on. They popped off. So, you want to open up this panel here. And then you want to just take the leg and slide it down. See, it'll slide down. Slide down. I know other people snap into place, but I don't think mine is doing any kind of snapping. But you take it and then you close it up. And it should be a big difference. In height, anyway. Rinse and repeat. And then what I do, then I'll bring them together. For me, anyway, it's easier that way instead of trying to do it at the same time. All right. There we go. All right, the bolt closed up. Bolt tabbed in. Take the feet. Bring them up. Take this panel. Throw on a double hinge. Bring it down. And it's going to snap. It should snap into this part right here on the legs. Now mine's been popping off for some reason. I do have this is a tight joint on mine, as well. So it doesn't exactly play nice. All right, so then we have that look, and then you take the wings, bring them around, and snap these in. So you have it looking like that. See, these I can't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong over here either, but there we go. It's not really flat. Put these on and snap them in. There we go. Well, it's not a bad transformation. It really isn't. It has the earthrise feel to it, in certain aspects, but okay. Now that they're pegged in, you just you fold these down, and they just pop back up again. Damn it! All right, and then of course, last but not least, to complete the look, add in the null rays on the bottom here. And then pop out the landing gear, and there's a transformation. Very, very, very simple. As you can see, I can't get this cleanly to close up. That's as best as I can get that to clean up. But without forcing it or trying anything or manhandling it. But that's the best I can do for that part. But that's the transformation of Thundercracker. Now we'll take a look at him with various other bots, and we'll get a detailed look at this guy coming up. So let's take a look at his alt mode, and it looks good from certain angles, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's take from the front, very clean alt mode. You got some good molded detail. Again, I can't get that to snap in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm going to just leave it just like that. I seen I believe Fat Rob got it to snap in, but he also had stress marks on it. So I really don't want to force it in. I've tried a few times to get it, and check other people, and some of the professionals, which I'll call them, just snaps in cleanly, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, like I said, this is the best I got it, so I'll work with that. But yeah, it got good detail, and the colors are great. It's a nice muted cartoon tone. Got the black tail fins, which are very uneven. You know why? Because this one's not tabbed in. No, that one is tabbed in. That one lines up. This one, that's the problem child. All right, there we go. And then there we go. I really don't like forcing certain things when they're too tight. So that's why I try not to manhandle these things. Here it is from the bottom. I mean, from the back. The feet are just hanging out. And then, of course, you got, this is where it's ugly. You got the robot just hanging out like they always do. And then you got this big gap right here. And you can see his head poking through. Cool thing is, though, you do have a landing gear. So it's nicer. But yeah, this is I think the only plane mode that I've seen that was really clean, and I don't own it and I don't want it, is Maverick from the Top Gun plane. I feel like that was the cleanest one that they did. All the others, you're gonna get this robot bits on the bottom here. But that's his alt mode, and let's take a look at some his wave mate and his preset, his past self. Alright, so first thing, let's take a look at him and Wing Charger. See, he had apples and oranges. He's very tiny compared to him. Here he is with Coronation Starscream, who is not fully transformed. There we go. If you want to take a look at comparisons, this mode looks really good. Of course, the bottom is a little messy, but then the top of these planes look great. They really do. Now, here he is with Earthrise. You can see the difference in the blues. This is darker. And the orange, this is more orange than that. This is a darker orange. But paint schemes are the same almost for everything else. Lighter blue on this one. But height-wise, so you can see it, almost the same height. Yeah. Yeah, see, it keeps popping up. So, Earthrise Studio Series, you can see how they look together. Alright, so this is alt mode for Thundercracker, Studio Series 86, the movie. It looks great. My only problem I'm having is right here. I'm not forcing it in either. I don't want to. But I can't get that to close cleanly. After watching certain videos, they were saying, pop this head back. I did that. Don't leave it forward, leave it a little bit back. And then it should go in, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm not gonna get any better than that. I'm not gonna force it. All in all, a really good looking play mode. I do like the play mode on this. It's a nice upgrade. The only problem, of course, is always going to be the bottom. They have yet to figure out how to make these look cleaner on the bottom. It's just a robot just hiding underneath it. Yeah. Earthrise got the big hollowness right there. That's more, you can hide that better than this one, I think. But it does look good from this angle. Transformation isn't that bad, but I do have some tight joints, which like right here, these piece pops out, feet pop off, and I can't get this lined up to snap in. Those are the biggest problems I have. Besides that, it looks really good, and we got a landing gear, which we didn't get, so it stays nice. Doesn't roll, it's just, but props it up nice, which we need. So yeah, this is alt mode for Thundercracker, Studio Series 86. Alright, so that was my look at Studio Series Thundercracker from Transformers 86, the movie toy line. It's a great update from the Earthrise. More articulation, cleaner, not as much of not a lot of kibble or like molded in detail on the body like Earthrise has. Very muted blue as opposed to the darker blue you got on the Earthrise, so it's more like cartoon accurate. I like the fact that you have the option on the feet to take the fins off to give them that cleaner look and peg them in the back, and that cleans up the back so it doesn't look so ungodly. I like the robot mode. My waist doesn't really clip in. I don't know what's going on with that. When I move around, it will pop out. You don't have extreme leg movement because of the hips, but you can get them some decent poses. Alt mode is nice. It looks really good, except when you flip it over, then you can see the robot and a big hollow bit in the chest just hanging out. Like I said, I can't get mine to tab in alt mode. I don't want to force it. I don't want to break it or get kind of stress marks on it. So I did the best I could. Some of the joints are tight, so it's hard to move around. The butt flap is one of them. It pops out more than it clips in. So that's a problem, but I do like how it looks. And it looks really good next to Megatron. So you have to put these two together. Let's get him straightened up real quick. And you look at the Studio Series Megatron. Let me get him all. I had him in pose, so let me straighten him up real quick. They look great together. They have like their same aesthetic. So it looks like they're making changes to the line to make it more cartoon accurate and simpler. Which they didn't do with all the others, but it looks like they're making a new format almost, I could say. But really good looking figure. Can't wait for the rest. The other two and even the cone heads. Because, of course, my boy Thrust got done dirty by Optimus, so we're going to have him definitely. So hopefully we'll get them all. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoy it. Until next time, Crazy Eights is out.